Hello, dear listeners. Welcome back to Flavors and Knowledge, the food learning podcast with honest food talk and few opinions. I'm your host, Chef Walter Potenza. In this episode, I'd like to concentrate on something that is truly meaningful to me anyways, African slaves cooking. And I am not sure many of you will ever be interested in listening to something that is connected to the African cooking, and why should we be? Well, let me give you some sort of an insight on it. The cuisine of African slaves in the United States is an important aspect of American food history. It is a cuisine that was developed by Africans who were brought to America as slaves and who had to adapt to the foods that were available to them in their new surrounding and struggles. African slaves brought with them a wealth of culinary knowledge and several traditions from their home countries. However, they were often forced to rely on the meager rations which were provided to them by the slave owners, and of course which included items such as cornmeal, molasses, salted pork, and beans. And many of these ingredients were not considered tremendously healthy at the time, especially too much cornmeal or too much salted pork for the matter. But despite these limitations, African slaves were able to create a unique cuisine, one that blended African, Native American, and European influences. They used a variety of cooking techniques such as smoking, boiling, and stewing, techniques which were useful to create flavorful and nourishing dishes. Same techniques are, of course, very popular today. But allow me to give you some examples of traditional African American dishes, which would include something like gumbo. I am sure you know what that is, which is a stew made with okra, meat or seafood and vegetables, which has its roots in West African cuisine. You probably have heard of Apinjan, a dish made with the black-eyed peas, rice and pork, traditionally eaten in New Year's Day for good luck. Collard greens, a type of leafy green vegetables that is often slow cooked with ham hock or other pork products. Certainly fried chicken, a dish that is now popular throughout the United States but has its roots in African American cuisine. And lastly, sweet potato pie, a dessert made with mashed sweet potatoes, sugar, spices, and sometimes pecans if they were available. As you can see, dear listeners, many of these dishes are still enjoyed today, both in African American communities and throughout the United States. They are a testament to the resilience and the creativity of the African slaves who helped to shape American food culture. And that is a wrap here for me at Flavors and Knowledge. I hope this episode was of your enjoyment. We'll reconnect on the next round with another interesting topic. Eat well and stay well. Ciao, ciao.